We're back. Ralph from Potsy, or Punting Melbourne style, with Darren Potter from Darren Potter Race Assessments, RaceTrack Ralphy, racetrackralphy.com.au. And Pot, I've been walling, but I believe you've just sort of really thrown a couple of haymakers that have connected.
Bounce back, Ralphy.
Right,
me and my subscribers had a bit of a tough July.
Yep.
I've got to say, I wasn't overly disappointed with a lot of the stuff I produced in July, but the bounce of the ball just wouldn't go our way. The punting gods had a sense of humour and wanted to test us out a little bit, but
you didn't have to send them to me. But well done.
I made some marginal changes on Saturday and found a lot of the winners there on Saturday, which was rewarding.
So, did you make changes to your approach, or did things just go your way? Because I think that is a difference, isn't it?
Yeah, sometimes I think you do need to have a bit of a refresh. So I went back and had a look at some of my process from, when 12 months ago, or 2 years ago, whatever, when looked at some successful periods and how I was producing those sets. And I made some alterations to my pricing model, like just minor things and just the way I do things. And like I'd built an algorithm over the years that tried to mimic the way I naturally produce my markets. So I basically, for the punters to know, I mark the favourite first, and then I work in rolls from the favourite, depending on what gap I've got.
So that's your starting point.
Yeah, so if I've got a length between them, it'll be 4 rolls between the first and the second favourite, for instance, Yep. And I'll work from there and massage it into 100%. So I built an algorithm that just automatically did that and produced a 100% market. But what I found when I do it manually, there's subtle differences. And I actually went and did all the markets manually on Saturday, and it helped. So
I like that. I like that idea, because I proudly do that, because I think in reality, because we focus on a region, as opposed to the fact that we're taking on the big algorithm players who look at everywhere. I reckon knowing a region, there is some subtleties to say, well, all right, I'm going to make this subjective decision for this, be it for a trainer, for a jockey, for a certain race pattern that you expect, that probably isn't going to be picked up by the computer sort of generated way of looking at things.
I think that's right. I'll give you a really good example. One horse where particularly I think it made a difference. If I had just let the algorithm run its course, it would have been more marginal, and given the price it was in the morning, it may not have been on the betting plan. Is Red Alto.
Okay.
Now, when I looked at it, I had a range for it. That meant I could have priced it anywhere from $8 to probably $21, depending on what options I decided to take up. And because it was trained by Paul Banks last prep, and it was back to Brent Stanley, his return from his suspension. I decided to take the more aggressive line, which meant it was shorter than the morning line price. It was on the betting plan, and then of course the bonus was it drifted to 20 to 1. So happy days.
Well, you've touched on something, because we'll go race by race in segment 2. So I saw a bloke on Twitter that I actually quite like the banter. He was talking about the zombie. And he said, well, everything's got a price, and he found a price for it, and he was top weight for a reason, and he had it delivered. What's your approach when it comes to those ones that are way out wide? Because I've got to say I've gone the other way in time, probably now that I'm doing it for a living, obviously, as opposed to being recreational, and my focus is on the top end of the market. If you're playing personally, and all of a sudden you think, well, this horse isn't impossible, and you see 150, 200, 300 to 1 on bet there, you can have a look.
Yeah, look, the truth is, 50 to 1's 2% of the market, 100 to 1's 1% of the market, so on and so forth. Even 33 to 1's only 3% of the market. So there's very little, there's not much difference between marking a horse 50s and marking it 100s, really. You know what I mean? So at that end of the market, it all gets very marginal. So,
but also, when you say a true 33% is 3% of the market, I'm confident in arguing, which I'm not arguing against you, but I'm confident in saying that most horses that are marked between 1 and say 4% of the market really haven't got much of a chance at all, and their true prices are probably 1/10.
The majority of the horses in that, from the 33 to 1 point out, are significantly under the odds.
That's snap. All right, so that's it. So we'll go with that. What about with market intelligence pre-race? Because we both send out stuff race morning, and then there are the knowns, and then there's the unknowns. There's one that I reckon stands out to me. What stands out to you? So that betting moves that really said, hang on, something's different to what you expect.
Geez, Ralphie, I'm pretty tired, mate. I'm exhausted. I did Sunday at Sandown as well.
Right.
Trying to think back to every betting move there on Saturday. You tell me which one you're talking about.
Well, I'm physically exhausted sentimentally like you, because I brushed at Sandown and I was running for the last time for down to 12 yesterday. and we played at Preston's VFL ground, and the width of it is longer than our length. So Crown Witness. It was just fair time at Sandown, on a wet track, smallish camp, they had a bit of a bet. Nothing told you it was really going to be saying, hang on, this is a really emerging horse. Now it probably has an after race either on the numbers that we'll get to. But what the market pre-race was telling me, they just kept on wanting to take the forwards all the time. And off the fact that Shadow Griffo, that was a real race that its debut was in, even though it was 100 to 1. And Medinity was a very fast horse. And the fact that they still wanted to keep backing this horse off a wet track when it's Sandown told you that this horse, A, had improved, and B, it was a lot faster than what it could produce on that wet track.
I think that's right. I think that's all true. I actually like Crown Witness in the race.
Okay.
I actually marked Shadow. I marked it and Shadow Griffo almost the same price.
Okay.
Right, but because Shadow Griffo obviously had a talent edge, but you know the 1,000 metres was more suitable for Crown Witness, and you know recent run. You know, it was rubber stance. It was.
I was really keen Modernity. Why weren't you?
Well, my view on Modernity is I really took a. I was hard on Modernity. I think I ended up sending her at 550, which I think in the end was a mistake on my part. That's probably a bit longer price, right? But my view is her form was established in October and November, and all of that form has now lost its currency completely.
Right.
So that's my view, and she hasn't really improved at all, I don't think. And the other problem with her is she's a very highly strung horse. Loses it in the parade, she completely lost it behind the barrier.
I didn't enjoy looking at that.
And in the end, her run was pretty good. It was, you know, like Crown Witness has had to do everything right and use all of its ability to beat Modernity, who Modernity didn't spread her energy very well over the race and wasted a lot of energy pre-race behind the barriers. So,
and by the way, we think we're fair. Some people think that if you ever criticise a jockey or analyse something that you're being unfair. We think we're fair. I reckon the kid rode Modernity perfectly. Unfortunately, well, that's not blame me. I'm certainly not. He gave it every chance. So that was one thing with the market. And yesterday at Sandown, before we got the thumb in, because like I said, didn't really play. Deteriorating track put me off. How did you approach the meeting?
Because there was such a big card at Flemington, I wasn't able to get too much done until race morning. So I got up early on Sunday morning and did the first 3 races, sent that out to the subscribers, and then, well, you know, in the break and play with the jumps races and everything, looked at the final 4 races. So that gave me the opportunity to adjust because that's when the rain started to fall. And so I almost did the first 3 races based on it being how it was when I walked it on Saturday afternoon. And the final 4 races based on it becoming a very testing track. So yeah, it was fine, rock solid. We had a winning day, and if Blazers had one race too, it would have been a really strong day. And we didn't miss by far in the last setback, pre-eclipse at double figures, and Lucinda Dodd just didn't. You know, she rode it okay, didn't quite get there.
And speaking of walking the track, I believe that the Kremlin has actually learned something off the information that you were putting across, which was actually not just that the grass is green in nice order that we all assumed.
Well, the first thing I want to say is I was out there on my own on Friday, and so normally my wife comes with me and she films me when I do it out on the track. So I just thought I'll do something on my own, see if it comes up any good, right? So I apologise for making everyone seasick by filming directly down at the grass. It was a learning experience for me, and I can only improve from there, which is good. But I think the information was still there was something there. But I think I wasn't even sure how the volume would come, because it was a bit windy, and I thought the wind might pick up a bit anyway. But it was that all came up okay, and now I know I can do it that way. I can only improve for next week. Now the week before, I think it was, or 2 weeks before, you'd put up on your Twitter my video and the one where Sam asked Liam O'Keefe about the roses.
Yes.
Now, we discussed that on our previous show, and I said, look, the problem is, I know for a fact Liam O'Keefe has all the information punters want. You've just got to ask him the right questions. And the problem is, it's not his fault that he's being asked nonsense questions by the racing.com person that's doing the
Sam
interview.
Holland on this
Now,
occasion.
Sam Holland. Now, on Saturday, Jane Ivor took the reins, and Jane asked every question that needed to be asked. Liam answered them all beautifully, and punters were provided with exactly the right information they needed going into that meeting. So, well done to Jane. Good job, Jane. In addition to your excellent mounting yard reports, and that are being hamstrung by the tightness of the coverage. And well done to Liam, mate. I'm glad that they gave you an opportunity to get the right info out there, mate.
And I saw the week before, I didn't see Saturday, but I saw the week before the David Gately did with Jason Kerr, and it was everything we wanted. So it's not rocket science, it really isn't. But
just a word on that. So Liam has done an outstanding job. Mick's been away on leave, and he's done a great job, Liam.
Yeah, absolutely. I think that quite look at Vince's data that we'll get to in the second part, race by race. But I think the home straight softer than normal, probably almost a 5 range compared to how firm it can play. And that's obviously because we had some rain last week, but certainly no complaints. I think the track played, as we always say, Potts, we want to play exactly as expected and didn't play as expected.
I'll argue with Vince's data on this one. I think the home straight was absolutely a 4 for sure.
Yeah.
And that's played out by the figures they've run in the straight races, particularly the last 600s. Now the last 600s in the circle races, I think looks significantly slower than it should be because of the fact of the wind loss. Okay, so that's meant that those horses in the circle races were deteriorating. So the slower
the work in the wind.
Yeah, do the work in the wind.
Well, it's probably not Vince's data. It's probably the way I've looked at Vince's data.
Right. Okay. Fair enough.
Because no, I did say that with the straight races today. This was fine, just assume it's because they're out further, but that makes perfect sense to me. So that was basically, in a nutshell, how we're coping with the South Australian coverage. Because I just, generally on a Saturday afternoon, once I tune in, watch the race, I tune out. That's me.
Yeah.
It suits me, it doesn't suit everyone, but you obviously get things in different way. What do you notice?
Well, it got quite cramped at times, Ralphie, and look, that doesn't really bother me because once the Melbourne race is finished, right, I'm rewinding it, watching it 3 or 4 times, right? So I don't watch any of the South Australian coverage. I'm fast forwarding through it to get, because by the time I've looked at all I want to look at, you know, that's what happens. So, but I can see problems ahead for racing.com as we get into the carnival. At the moment, you know, obviously the Melbourne races are more important, but the gap, you know, there will be people that'll have some interest.
That much more.
When it gets to the point where the only thing people are really interested in is the Melbourne racing, and they've got to squeeze this stuff in, and they've got to squeeze the secondary Victorian meeting in if it's there. They've just created them. They're just becoming a version of Sky Channel. That's not much good.
Let me put this, and I always say to you, ever use someone else's platform to drive a personal opinion, you are weakest person. This is your platform. I'm not going to drive you any personal. But I will say this: watching the way it's been promoted as if South Australian racing is like the Crows and Port Power. In other words, an arm of the AFL, and as good a team as Collingwood or Melbourne. Just a bit too long. What obviously isn't to anyone who knows racing, and there's only anything against South Australia, I've had I've been there lots of times. There's Victorian racing, and it's not Port Power in Adelaide, it's Norwood and Glenelg in the SANFL, and probably their teams. A few horses managed to come across, and Claire Lindop's a good jockey, and Claire McDonald's a legacy trainer, and all that type of thing. None of that was a personal observation, but as far as interest from the general public goes, it ain't there.
Yeah, that's the problem. I mean, it's not. South Australia Adelaide does have some relevance to Melbourne racing because Darren Weir takes a lot of horses over there. A lot of them feed into our racing, so there is some relevance there. But I just am struggling to see how it's going to catch the attention of the masses. I don't think it's going to.
We're ultimately being commercial here, Potts. Have you got any interest in putting any South Australian information out there?
No.
None either.
But some people do. And
if you do, but don't you. We'll have a look at fun.
Good stuff.